It is the middle of winter here in the Midwest, and I think it's a good way to discuss what is good to do for your RAV4 as you prepare for this season or prepare for the next winter whenever you're watching this. This is not a generic video for all the vehicles. This is more specific to the RAV4, the 5th generation RAV4, which is the one that I have. The first advice I would give is to try and avoid driving in the winter with the RAV4. Winter is full of salty roads which corrode the vehicle. Toyota only offers 5 years of rust-through protection, which is not a lot considering that the underside rust damage and stuff takes place well beyond that 5-year frame. But I still don't think it's worth it to purchase extra coverage or to pay for special coatings on the underside. Just enjoy the RAV4. It's going to go bad or it's going to rust. It's going to break down either way. So just save your money and take it as far as it can take you. An accessory that I would recommend is one by Toyota, which is the all-weather floor mat, custom made for the RAV4. This is one of the only accessories sold by the manufacturer that is actually good for your car and that is actually done really well. Mine came with the RAV4. Of course, I paid for it. It was just priced into the vehicle. But you could check out a lot of other options on Amazon for maybe half the price. It's definitely worth it. Look at how dirty this thing gets, especially during the winter. And if I look at the bottom of this, it is relatively clean. So keeps your car clean. It's easy to remove, and then you can wash it outside of your vehicle, put it back in. Of course, it doesn't do great coverage. You can look over here how it has gotten on the carpet, and then my shoe has sort of dirtied the pedals, but otherwise it could be a lot worse. You also have it in your rear seats as well. This is one continuous piece that covers the entire back, and then a separate piece is for the rear. There's also a liner for this as well. If you purchase the liners from Toyota, they also come with protection for the back of your seats. If your RAV4 is equipped with a remote starter, which I believe are the RAV4s with the larger head units, I'm not too sure about that, you should get into the practice of remote starting your vehicle as you are getting ready to leave the house or wherever you are. Allowing your car to preheat is good for the longevity of the engine, as it allows the oil and engine block to get to temperature before you start hitting the gas and revving your engine into higher RPMs. If you're not sure if you have remote start, all you have to do is press the lock button 3 times on your remote, and on the 3rd time you hold it, then your lights will blink and then your engine will start, and then you will know you have remote start or not. It doesn't work all the time. You have to sometimes time it in your head, count the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi type of thing. But when you do have it working, it's a great little feature. The RAV4 also has memory on the temperatures, so whatever you left the temperature at when you left the vehicle, it will be the same way when you turn it on. This is also true if you have heated and ventilated seats. These will stay as memory as well. And if you have heated steering wheels, they will also be memorized. That button is right here for the heated steering wheel. Some RAV4s are equipped with a de-icer function, which is this button here on the left of your steering wheel. That button activates a heated line along the front of your windows. This will melt the ice along your windshield wipers so that your windshield wipers will be functional by loosening the ice that builds up on your windshield. If we look close on the windshield, you can see some lines. These are resistors on your window that heat up this glass, and it frees up the windshield wiper if there's ice built up over here. This next one is an obvious one, but in case you don't know, there is such thing as a de-icer fluid that you should use in the place of your windshield wiper fluid. If we open our hood, we just need to find the latch, turn it to the left, then lift up. I have hood struts, so I don't need to use this little arm here to hold it open. You should get that accessories. Check out my other video. Your windshield wiper fluid goes right over here. It is not this reservoir, this is your coolant. You want to open this guy up, make sure there's enough in there. Mine looks empty, but I'm pretty sure there's plenty inside, so I'm not gonna worry about it. What you want to look for in your wiper fluid is something that goes down to the negative degrees. So this goes down to negative 25 Fahrenheit. If you live in an area below this, you should consider moving. This stuff is relatively cheap. Just get whatever's, you know, you pick it up at Walmart or Home Depot or wherever. But this is the stuff you want to get. It doesn't freeze, even though there's snow out here. Let's say your windshield is full of ice and you're too lazy to scrape it, and you have de-icer fluid because you listened to my video. What you should also do is tap on this forward so that you spray without having the wiper go across. So if I just pull on this, that fluid comes up here. This is de-icer fluid that will help melt that ice on your windshield. You want to just tap on it without having the windshield wiper go across. If you have your windshield wiper go across, you're going to scratch it along the ice, you're going to damage your wiper blades, and then you'll have to replace it sooner than you would like to. If you hold it too long, then the wipers might come on, and that's what you want to avoid. So by lightly tapping it, you can have your fluids spray, de-ice your windshield without having your wiper blade go across. Make sure you also turn off the sensor if your Rav4 is equipped with it. So mine has a rain sensor, so that the wipers turn on when it detects a liquid on the sensor. So make sure you turn that off before you practice this this tapping. Another accessory that is also offered by Toyota is an engine block heater. Basically, it's a little device or whatever that's attached to the oil pan, I believe, to kind of heat that oil while your car is off. You will need to have a plug near that Rav4 so that you can plug it in and allow that heat to transfer to the oil. I know this is more available up north, maybe in Canada and maybe Minnesota. I haven't seen it in my area, but it is an option if you're in the cold areas. The next advice is a rather unfortunate one for us Toyota owners. There is a lot of report where you get a dead battery and you don't realize that until you're turning your car on. So to prepare for that, carry these battery booster packs, I think they're called. They're relatively cheap on Amazon. They will get you out of a situation that you don't want to be in, especially if it's cold outside and you don't want to wait for your AAA or your Toyota service to come and help you. There is apparently a fix for it. So if you haven't visited your Toyota dealership in a while, you might want to go do that before you get stuck. I haven't had that issue, luckily, so I don't know much about it, but I believe something with the data control modules, I believe, is just not turning off when your car is off. Again, I could be very, very wrong about it. I'll try to put some text in the video as I edit this. But make sure you do have an extra battery pack or the jumper booster packs. They're like 50 bucks or 30 bucks on Amazon. This is a small car. You don't need to get these big mega booster packs or something. This is the kit I bought on Amazon. It's very basic. You have a battery. You have the port where you connect your terminal wires, which are these. You have your positive and your negative, and then you will follow the instructions and start your car when you are stuck with a dead battery. My last piece of advice really is just to be safe and be prepared. Have food, have water, have blankets, have clothing, have an emergency kit, let's say. You never know what type of situation you're going to be in, so it's better to just be prepared and anticipate the worst. If you have other tips, tricks, or advice specific to the Rav4, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure you do read other people's comments, as they are more helpful than mine typically. If you watched this far into the video, thank you. I do appreciate that. Consider liking and subscribing the video. I do have a lot of content coming up. I'm just waiting for the weather to sort of warm up, because a lot of my work has to do with doors being open or going into the engine, and I don't want to freeze.